often started to wear a wig, you know.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
And I went in hospital.
Was it a straight one or a curly one?
Curly one.
What colour was it?
It was always in that colour.
Maureen Long survived the Yorkshire Ripper. The killer hit her with a hammer and slashed her with a knife.
All I know is that I've got a plate in my head and a bit of some of my skull missing and stab wounds at front of my stomach and stabbed in the back.
Mrs. Long was left for dead in 1977. The Yorkshire Ripper haunted the streets of the north of England for another 5 years. By the end, Peter Sutcliffe had murdered 13 women.
On the nights when one wakes up sweating about cases from the past, it's the Sutcliffe era which even now, in my 60s, I remember most clearly in the whole of my career as a forensic pathologist.
It was the biggest manhunt in British criminal history. 20 years on, detectives involved break their long silence to reveal how it ended for the police in humiliation and disgrace.
Even to this day, you're always thinking of what might have been, what you might have done, where you could have gone, could you have done things any different?
I'll live with that for the rest of my life. I'll live with being a party to the wrong decision.
All along, the identity of the killer lay hidden in police files. Interviewed 9 times, lost in the system. Peter Sutcliffe, free to kill again. October 1975. The Prince Philip playing fields in Leeds. The first victim of the Yorkshire Ripper died within sight of the home she shared with her 4 young children. Her name was Wilma McCann. She was 28 years old and came from Scotland. She'd been hit over the head, her blouse pulled up, her trousers pulled down, and stabbed 14 times. January 1976, 3 months later. Another Leeds woman got into a car with a man who said he wanted to pay her for sex. He drove her to an industrial wasteland, now buried beneath the inner city motorway. Her name was Emily Jackson. She was a married woman of 42 and a mother of 3 children. This time, the killer left a single clue, a boot print on Mrs. Jackson's leg. As West Yorkshire police launched a second murder hunt, newspapers were already calling the killer Jack the Ripper. The post-mortem revealed Emily Jackson had been hit with a hammer and stabbed 51 times with a Phillips screwdriver. Michael Green has just retired as Professor of Forensic Pathology at Sheffield University. As deputy to the Home Office pathologist David Gee, he was involved in the hunt for the Yorkshire Ripper from the outset and helped identify the weapons the killer used.
Well, these are all of them ordinary tools that one will find around the house, but on examination of the injuries at first, no clear pattern emerged. Subsequently, of course, it became obvious that a pattern was emerging of 2 or 3 heavy blows, usually to the back of the head, curved lacerations through the skin, round depressed fracture underneath it, would produce quite severe brain damage immediate unconsciousness, and death will occur fairly shortly afterwards. And so the hammer rapidly became a trademark.
Smash!
The dead women were both prostitutes. As their confidential telex made clear, West Yorkshire Police made the obvious deduction. Motive appears to be hatred of prostitutes. It meant they discounted assaults on women who were not prostitutes. Women who had already given photo-fit descriptions of a bearded attacker. Wakefield, 1972. Bradford, 1975. Keighley, 1975. And then Leeds, 1976. A photo fit from Marcella Claxton. 4 months after the second murder, Marcella Claxton came out of a party in Leeds and got into a car with a stranger. She thought he was taking her home. Instead, he brought her here to Roundhay Park and attacked her with a hammer.
And he hit me on my head. Then I find myself on the grass, knocked out. And then when I come round, that's when I walk all the way down there. Take my knickers out to wipe my head.
What was happening on your head?
Clods were coming out my head. Big piece of clods. My head was bleeding. Now 4 months pregnant as well.
What happened to the baby?
I lost that.
In pitch darkness, Marcella Claxton staggered half a mile to the road, clutching her knickers to her head to staunch the blood. She reached the phone box. She called an ambulance. But the police never included Marcella Claxton in the Ripper case. They discounted her photo fit because she wasn't a prostitute and hadn't been attacked with a knife. But 9 months later, her bearded attacker went back to Roundhay Park with another woman in his car. This time, he took her behind the sports pavilion. This time, he left clearly identifiable tire marks. And this time, he killed her. Her name was Irene Richardson. She was 28, recently separated from her husband and 3 children. She'd been hit on the head 3 times with a hammer, stabbed brutally in the stomach, neck, and throat. Police uncovered a macabre new twist. The killer had arranged his victim's body, unzipped her knee-length boots and laid them carefully, neatly, over the back of her thighs.
These were not frenzied attacks. This was the sort of man who thought about what he had done, planned his attack carefully, and then was concerned to arrange everything about the body to have the maximum shock impact upon whoever came upon the scene first and those who came afterwards.
Police in Leeds were now dealing with a serial killer who had murdered 3 women. The city was full of policemen asking questions. The killer kept 1 step ahead and moved on, 8 miles, to Bradford. The Carlisle pub stands in one of the roughest areas of inner-city Bradford. The Yorkshire Ripper's 4th victim went drinking here on the night of her death. She got into her killer's car outside the pub. She took him home to her flat. As she walked through the door, he attacked her with a hammer. Police found her body face down on the bed. Her name was Patricia Atkinson. She was 32. The killer left a boot print on a blood-stained sheet. Forensic examination showed it was a size 7 Wellington, like the one which left an imprint on Emily Jackson's thigh. Otherwise, he left no clues. The identity of the killer of 4 prostitutes in 18 months remained a mystery. Then the 5th body was found. She died in the children's playground at Reginald Street in Leeds. She was not a prostitute. She was a shop assistant. And she was only 16. A new high-ranking police team stepped in to take overall control of Britain's biggest murder inquiry. The Detective Superintendent Dick Holland, 4 years at the top of the Ripper Hunt, began here, on Sunday the 27th of June, 1977, when 2 young children found the body lying face down in a corner of the playground.
The girl was laid there. She'd been attacked and obviously mistaken for a prostitute. She was a young, pretty girl, and obviously it's not a very pleasant sight, and no matter how accustomed to such things you become as a senior investigating officer, it's not pleasant, and it does tell on you every time.
Her name was Jane MacDonald. She'd been on her way home from a Saturday night out.
I've got your on
All
anyway.
the separate murder hunts now came together into one incident room under Assistant Chief Constable George
You know where the
Oldfield,
curved holes are?
West Yorkshire's top detective.
Or chopped it out. Because it's
5
exactly
women were dead.
where the power supply
But for
goes
the
like
general
that.
public in Leeds, it was
That was
the
in the
death
middle.
of
The
16-year-old
loopholes
Jane
were there
MacDonald which
and
hit
there.
the hardest.
That was right in the middle of it. So chop the bastard thing out.
Well-mannered, cheerful,
Chopped it out,
always a
baby.
smile.
You want some dinner, babe?
Not like any of the others.
We'll sort
She wasn't a bit like any others. She wasn't in their category at all.
It's just shocking for a young lass like that. She was beautiful.
Before Jane MacDonald, ordinary people in Leeds took false comfort from the Ripper's apparent obsession with prostitutes. The teenager's death cast a chill over every family in West Yorkshire. Any woman out on her own feared she might be the next.
Belly, bro.
Random serial killings are the hardest of all murders to solve. Because nothing but bad luck links each victim to her killer.
Wow, it's been on for like 2
But
hours.
within only 2 weeks of Jane MacDonald's death, the police got a lucky break.
Shit.
A survivor. Maureen Long was then 42. She was a keen dancer.
You're looking for
I used to
brickwork.
love dancing.
Yeah.
Come on, Kitty. Let's see him get your nice dinner. And do a lot of dancing, and well, I used to have a drink and enjoy myself and everything, and go around with friends, women friends. I was well known in town.
Mrs. Long came out of the Mecca Ballroom one summer's night in 1977 and accepted a lift from a stranger.
All I remember was trying to pick myself up, grabbing all the grass to try and get up, and I kept falling, and I wondered what was wrong with me, and I kept falling back, and as I was trying to pull myself up, I fell again, and then I was screaming, and I heard this dog barking. I heard someone say, "Oh, you're all right," and that's all I remember that night. When you get hit over the head,
Right.
at back of head, You can't
Instead
have
of buying
anything.
them plastic hard drive brackets, I said, oh, like
Police faced a
£6 each,
classic
aren't
Ripper
they?
attack. He didn't rape her
And
or
what
rob
happened to
her.
the take the hard drive
He
caddy
hit
out
her
of that?
over the head with a hammer and stabbed her repeatedly in the body.
That one fitted, didn't it?
Waking up.
Eh?
Yeah.
You did it that way.
Intensive care unit in a cot, like a
See
cot.
what I can do with it. It may still have some use, this, yeah.
I wondered what I was doing.
Yeah, it's pot rivet,
doing
you did.
there.
I'll
And
just
I
drill
had
out the
all
pot
my
rivet.
eyes shaved off.
Eh?
Mm.
Drill out the pot
All my
rivet
eyes
and then
shaved
see
off.
where it leads me. See if I can use this caddy instead of the other one.
Did you know what had happened to you?
Maureen Long never did remember anything about her attacker, and the police had no forensic evidence. When scientists examined the victim's clothes, they found nothing. It was the same in every attack. The Ripper left no hair, no blood, no semen, no trace. All the police had to go on were the perfect tire prints found in the park where Irene Richardson died. Officers had established a list of 50,000 possible cars and spent 9 months trying to track them all down. A huge task, 3/4 completed when senior officers made a disastrous decision to abandon it.
It was decided that we hadn't the manpower to run 2 murder inquiries and a tyre inquiry with a diminishing return from the tyre inquiry. That was an unfortunate decision because the Ripper's car was in fact on the remaining uncontested list.
Driving the same car, fitted with the same tyres, the Yorkshire Ripper left his usual hunting ground and ventured further afield. For the first time, he left West Yorkshire and crossed the Pennines. In Manchester, he made his first mistake. He picked up a woman in Moss Side who took him to the allotments near the Southern Cemetery. There he gave her £5 for sex, and there he killed her. Her name was Jean Jordan, 21 years old, mother of 2 children. She lay undiscovered for 10 days. During that time, the killer went back to the body. He slashed her again. He tried to cut off her head with a hacksaw. But he never found what he was looking for, a handbag with the brand new £5 note he'd given her out of his wage bag. That £5 note would lead the police directly to the Yorkshire Ripper, yet he remained free to kill another 7 women. Manchester police traced the brand new £5 note, recovered when a passerby found Jean Jordan's handbag. The note had been delivered in a bullion van to the Midland Bank branch in Shipley, near Bradford.
Well, the police turned up one day, the detectives, wanting us to help them trace this £5 note, which apparently was started as the Shipley one, connected with the Ripper. Well, it was quite a big task really, because obviously we did quite a lot of money out, and trying to trace that one £5 note out of all the thousands of £5 notes that had gone out was quite a big thing to do really. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
It was exciting, I suppose, was the only word to use. I was taken out of the training, I was picked up by a police car every morning, brought back home by a police car. I never went back to work at Shipley Branch again. I worked in a police station with police for nearly 3 weeks, doing the cash analysis. It was new, it was novel. Thank you very much.
The two clerks already knew the £5 note had come in a payroll consignment of £25,000 straight from the Bank of England. Now they had to work out who got it in his pay packet. It took them only 2 weeks to narrow it down to 34 local firms, employing a total of 8,000 people. Among them, a lorry driver called Peter Sutcliffe, a married man who just bought his first house. Within weeks of the death of Jean Jordan, he was visited twice by Manchester detectives asking about the £5 note. His wife and his mother both gave him an alibi. They said the family had all been together at their housewarming party. Two years into the manhunt, and bank clerk Maureen Banham went home from work every night in fear.
If you're on your own, you're always very wary, watching if there's anybody about, you know, any men about particularly.
Six women had died. Every woman in the north of England felt the threat.
Getting home from work was a nightmare because you were always frightened there was somebody about watching you. You didn't know who was there, and you knew this man was somewhere about or could be, and everybody was frightened at the time. You were always glad when you got home safe.
On a cold December night in 1977, 25-year-old Marilyn Moore got into the Ripper's car.
Did it? Sorry, you're making a noise. Have you had your dinner? Is that nice?
Marilyn
Give me
Moore
those
survived
feet,
the
innit?
attempted murder
Good girl.
on rough industrial ground in Leeds. Her evidence should have offered vital new clues to Detective Superintendent Dick Holland and his team, especially about the car the killer was driving.
They got out of the car, presumably to get into the back seat, when he struck her blows on the head with a hammer. As she slumped at the side of the car, another vehicle with a coupler came in and obviously disturbed his activities. So he jumped back in the car and sped off, turning to go towards the road and the exit across there. As a result, he left curved tyre marks, rather like the ones you see on the ground behind me.
3 of the tyre marks were identical to those found near the bodies of Irene Richardson and Jean Jordan. Police sat Marilyn Moore in all 22 possible models of car. She picked out the Morris Oxford. She was wrong. It was a Ford Corsair. She did make a photo fit which was, with hindsight, astonishingly accurate. But then she started accusing innocent men. Police decided she was unreliable.
Unfortunately, we followed the wrong line here. We ought to, in retrospect, to have followed the photo fit and not followed the car, because she got it wrong.
And so the lorry driver from Bradford remained free. Under the pressure of running 6 difficult murder investigations in 2 years, the police were making mistakes, abandoning the tyre inquiry, ignoring the photo fits. In January 1978, the Yorkshire Ripper drove his Ford Corsair to Huddersfield, to the railway arches behind Garrard's timber yard, where the town's prostitutes worked. Her name was Helen Ritker. She was 18 years old and had been reported missing by her twin sister. The 2 teenagers worked here as prostitutes together. The surviving sister, Rita, was pictured helping George Oldfield. The public learned how the twins grew up together in children's homes. Information poured in. Police followed up every single lead.
On the evening that she met her death, there was a brown van in the area. He followed Helen Ricker's sister and watched what they did, because his kink in life was following prostitutes with the clients and watching their act if it was outdoor. Now, if he'd chosen the other sister only 2 or 3 minutes earlier to follow, he would in fact have witnessed the murder. But unfortunately, he followed the wrong twin. Just bad luck.
Without modern computers, the deluge of information had to be catalogued and indexed by hand. A massive job, done by young policewomen like Sue Neve. 5 years of Sue Neve's working life is now held in the basement archive at West Yorkshire Police Headquarters.
Initially, we worked around what we called a wheel, and that was in the centre of the desk. 4 indexes could be sat at each corner, and they could spin it round and pick up the cards. But when the wheel became full, then we had to move to these wooden boxes, and they were filed in, well, still in the alphabetical order of surname in the boxes. One drawer here with, I don't know, there'll be upwards of 1,000 cards in, I'd say, and we've got 138 of these boxes, all indexed manually. An awful lot.
Yes, baby.
Manual system, it was the only one available at the time, and yes, everything seemed to work fine. It just seemed quantitative work that none of us wanted, really.
7 dead now. There was a public appeal to help raise a £30,000 reward, and a television appeal directly to
works. A little fit. With my fit, I don't know. Easy enough to take them cases apart though. For that milling bit, you can destroy them, pop the rivets. Hi Nicole.
I saw.
Hey?
I saw it. I meant to get a drink.
Oh. No. Right, what's next? Yeah. Stop destroying stuff.
The only thing I can think of
Hello.
when doing that big puzzle, when I get round to it, is working on it on the floor.
Yeah, you might have to do that.
Yeah. Smudgy will probably will freaking love it.
Hello. Oh, let me see if this fucking thing will fit.
Yeah, I did this yesterday. I'm still carrying on with that, and I'm starting to try and find the brickwork, any brickwork, so I can carry on. So mainly I'm trying to do the buildings. Whoopsie. It's coming along. I'm near. Near to the end of that row.
Trevor Lepich was the new head of Bradford CID.
The man that was involved in the series had to be a complete sadist. I mean, he was picking victims at random.
So it's one, from what I can do on this part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. I can do 8 rows at a time, and then pull the fabric down. So, got it.
Police headquarters had received
Got a
an
guy in the
intriguing
window.
letter with a Sunderland postmark. Writing personally to George Oldfield, the letter said, "I'm sorry I cannot give my name for obvious reasons. I am the Ripper. Warn whores to keep off streets. Old sluts next time, I hope." But it was what he didn't say that worried Trevor Lapish.
What disturbed me, and in fact convinced me completely, that if in fact the perpetrator of Yvonne Pearson was the person who had done all the rest, Yvonne should have been in that letter. She wasn't. And I have great doubts that in fact the perpetrator of the crimes was the same person who was sending the letter to George Oldfield, and let Mr. Oldfield know my thoughts on the matter.
But George Oldfield had a compelling reason to take the letter from Sunderland seriously. "Up to number 8 now," the letter said. "You say 7, but remember Preston 75. Joan Harrison, murdered in Preston in 1975, 3 weeks after the first Ripper killing. The 26-year-old was found battered to death at these garages.
I was wondering why you put in.
Breast showed a gap in her killer's teeth. The motive looked like sex or robbery.
I was wondering why you put in the UK. I'm like, what the hell?
Over the next 15 months, police heard 4 times from the man in
You had a bit of a burger.
No fingerprints, but forensic scientists
Like I do. At least you know when I do that kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about.
revealed the saliva came from someone with the rare blood group B secretor, shared by only 6% of the population, including the man who left semen in the body of Joe.
Well.
The link between the Ripper, the letters from Sunderland, and the Preston murder seemed complete.
Mwah.
This forensic evidence helped to convince the police that the letter writer and the Ripper were the same person. But when, much later, Peter Sutcliffe's blood was tested, he had a different blood type, B non-secretor. So someone else wrote those letters, someone else killed Joan Harrison, crimes which have never been solved, crimes which led the police disastrously astray.
Thought the letters.
I like that one, that's funny.
The Yorkshire Ripper did choose
Oh,
He crossed the Pennines again in May 1978. Her name was Vera Millwood, and she was the mother of 7 children. The 9th victim was a 41-year-old prostitute, a sick woman with only 1 lung. She died in the grounds of Manchester Royal Infirmary, where she had once been a patient. The attack was typical. Darkness, a deserted space, a hammer to the head, interference with the clothes, stab wounds to the body.
This was not frenzy. This was methodical. The wounds were inflicted in a patterned fashion, and then, and again this emerged increasingly frequently, the instrument was inserted through the same wound. It was being pushed through the skin wound, partially withdrawn, so you had tracks going from the same hole, but in different directions on the inside. There was method all the way through this. Concentration, thought, and care.
When that is closed, I'm anxious to be kept you before you attack me to add another death to the appalling tragedy you have already got to your
George Oldfield now sent hundreds of police onto the streets, a top-secret operation to track down the Ripper among all the men who went looking for prostitutes. Officers used the primitive new Police National Computer, not a database, just a long, long list of car numbers and their owners.
It was spewing out numbers literally by the sound, and they were in no order other than the time order of appearing in the prostitute area. So if we wanted to check up and get the information about the movements of one particular vehicle, we had a huge roll, rather like a long 15-inch wide toilet roll, to roll out literally the whole of the way across the Millgarth incident room floor, and people on their hands and knees searching for one particular vehicle. We were utterly amazed, as the figures have shown, with the number of vehicles of men who were hunting in prostitute areas. With each one of those, we had a potential divorce. Some men were even taking the wife's car to go and seek prostitutes. And so the wife was the first person we had to see to find out who was driving. When we were briefing the troops who were doing this, we stressed throughout our favourite phrase was softly, softly catch your monkey.
Detectives tried to be tactful as they made house calls to follow up the sightings of cars in the prostitute areas.
Some of the people that we went to see, the male occupants of that house, namely the husband, associated with prostitutes. So we had to be very, very sensitive to that issue, very diplomatic. He would have always preferred to talk away from his wife for obvious reasons. We would say, excuse me, I'm a bit thirsty, do you think you could get me some water? And 9 times out of 10 we'd get a cup of tea, which obviously would take some preparation out of that room in the kitchen. And then we could talk quickly to the husband about his association with prostitutes. But if it was quite apparent that the man was not involved with prostitutes, we used to use different tactics. For example, we used to say to the wife, now is your chance to get rid of your husband if you want. And that was like an icebreaker. The reactions in some houses were different. I've been thrown out of a house for that in a comic way. Some houses, we know for a fact that it was the husband who was fingered by the wife who wanted to get rid of the husband, not because he was a murderer, but because he worked through a difficult marriage.
Police followed up thousands of sightings, among them a red Ford Corsair, registration number PHE355G. Its owner, Mr. Peter Sutcliffe, of 6 Garden Lane, Eton, Bradford.
Compared to last week, it has really gone cold this week. Oh my good God! I was in town today, and everybody was the ones that says hello to me. It was like, holy crap! It said it's bloody cold, isn't it? Oh yeah. It's supposed to be summer coming.
Clark was walking home from her grandmother's late at night across Savile Park in Halifax. She was the 10th victim. Her name was Josephine Whittaker. She was 19. She'd been bitten by a man with a gap in his teeth. The internal police report made their feelings clear. The dead girl was not a prostitute, nor was her moral character questionable.
There is no difference in the eyes of a senior investigating officer whether she's a prostitute or a completely innocent victim like Josephine. The job is exactly the same. With the feeling.
The worrying thing now is that we've moved out of the red light areas we always operated in the past.
working at Norglass Street Police Station then, and spoke to my mother on the phone who lived at Halifax, and she said, oh, a body's been found on the moor in Halifax, the Building Society girl. So that hit me more because I'd worked at Halifax Building Society prior to joining the police, and when I realised where she had been found, it was considered the best area in Halifax, and thought that someone walking alone on that moor could be murdered. I just wouldn't have believed it, so it really brought it home to me, just that this man just struck anywhere on anybody.
The murder of Josephine Whittaker meant once again all police leave was cancelled, and morale was high as Detective Superintendent Dick Holland was called back from holiday to take charge.
There were these approximately 150 officers all assembled waiting for Dick Holland to come and brief us on this new inquiry. Dick Holland came through the door, and I could not believe the rapturous applause and adulation that man got, myself included, as he entered that chamber. It was remarkable. The only thing I can liken it to was like the Roman cavalry returning from defeating the barbarians, and the Roman soldiers banging the shields with the swords. It might sound a corny analogy, but that's how I saw it. Like a great leader returning to lead his troops.
Any murder inquiry is not pleasant. 10 is 10 times worse. But you just have to keep your nose to the grindstone. You've got to keep the truth happy and try and show the same enthusiasm when you're dealing with number 10 as you had when you first came into number 1.
The killer of Josephine Whittaker left behind some excellent clues. Another set of size 7 boot prints, this time clearly showing the right boot more worn than the left. And forensic scientists identified globules of engineering oil in the blood from some of her 25 stab wounds. A man with size 7 boots.
Oh, you don't drink that stuff, do you?
A man with oil on his hands and one boot more worn than the other. An engineer, a factory worker, a lorry driver. No woman in the north of England now went out alone at night if she could avoid it.
And we went across to the car park. Yes. Girls went 2, 3 of them together. We knew them could be the next victims as yes, I know. We knew that we mustn't go anywhere on our own.
Yeah, I think one of the things we did discuss as well is that it would have been really a feather in his cap if they had managed to get one more strangling scene. And that's something we discuss quite often. The fact that we were working in Norgard, our partners didn't proceed. From an observation point of view, he could have seen straight in, he could have followed any of his 12 pals. And we often said, what a feather in his cap if we just happened to get one of us on our own.
And then a final envelope arrived from the letter writer in Sunderland. Norgard Police Station in Leeds, Sergeant Megan Winterburn was working on the incident room.
Mr. Oakfield came in and just shouted, Meg, can you come over here please? I went across to the door and said, I want you in my office now please. Now for Mr. Oakfield to say please, I knew there was something that was because he was quite a gruff man. And yeah, they didn't use your name at all. They just say, you now, my office.
After all that, it didn't fit. I can make it fit by drilling extra holes, but I'm not doing that. There's no point in messing. I'll just keep it as it is. Anyway, yeah. You showing me new jigsaw? It's bought another jigsaw. Where the fuck is it? Go in here. going to take you about 200 years to finish this. It's
Well,
going,
this one, yeah.
it's going up. 2,000 pieces. It's fucking massive.
Usually 30 quid.
Yeah, £2.
Bargain.
Yeah.
I like the colours drew me to it.
Yeah.
2,000 piece puzzle. I've never done that one before. This is 1,000 piece.
I know, I was just looking at a 5,000 piece. Fuck, you're up. Bargain that was for £2. That's why I say grab it.
Reporters from all over Britain.
I'm just fucking waiting on stuff arriving now. Do be ordering some fans though. No wait.
Public response was
Oh
enormous.
wait.
50,000 calls.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you don't drink that stuff, do you? Red Bull gives you wee.
She must have gone away again. Right?
I ain't got a clue. Normally they would have their blinds down. They go up, but they don't tell us now. It's like, how am I supposed to know?
Hello. I know I've got a parcel site in there. Hooray.
Mm.
At least my zip tie turned up today. Huh?
Yeah.
Got all my cable ties now. Can tie you up now, Anne.
Oh, kinky.
Fuck that, they're for my computer. I'm not wasting them on you.
That's what I said. Oh, kinky.
For that black computer. Do you know what good that is? I've done it. When
Yeah,
I've
I saw
done
a second one of these.
Look, they've got another one in identical.
Mhm.
Oh, fucking hell. Should have bought it. Built two. Hey, kitty. You tired? I bet you are. You sleepy? It's because you just had a beef dinner.
There could be only one victim in this person.
As long as she's happy. Oh, dear God.
The suspect won 18 more months of freedom, and 3 more women died.
Excuse me.
Years in to the hunt for the Yorkshire Ripper, the police were no closer to catching the killer. And inside the files of the forensic pathologist lay post-mortem reports on 10 murdered women. People in West Yorkshire began to lose faith in the police.
Before I set the reference cards, I think the majority of people thought West Yorkshire
If you're crazy, sister, then I am too.
To take in such long, hard, difficult inquiry that affected the health and well-being of so many officers.
Three more women were to die. Three women whose brutal deaths might have been prevented, but for fatal mistakes made by the police during the biggest manhunt in British criminal history.
As I was walking down, I felt somebody behind me, and then I noticed a shadow, and then they hit me from behind, and I went down.
I'm Jack. I see you are still having your look touching me. I have the greatest respect for you, girl. But Lord, you are no near touching me now than 4 years ago when I started.
In the summer of 1979, the manhunt moved northeast to the banks of the River Wear. A man with a Sunderland accent had sent a tape claiming to be the Ripper. Police called in Stanley Ellis, an expert on regional dialects, to pinpoint the origin of the voice.
Well, you see, North River distinguishes itself because although it's not Geordie, it's still real south. There are some Geordie elements beginning to creep in. September, October. That was a bit more of a Newcastle time than October you'd expect to get in Sunderland. It was all, as I say, impressionistic, but it did seem to me that
Patrick!
Castletown
The naughty boy, Patrick!
I won't get in March that I strike again. Sorry it wasn't worth it. I did things so that.
The pit village of Castletown found itself suspected of harbouring Britain's most wanted killer.
I'm not quite sure when I strike again. But it will be definitely sometime this year. Maybe September, October.
The Northumbria police arrived in force.
We set up in what was on the main street, just playing the tape, walking around with clipboards, talking to everyone and anyone, trying to attract the crowd. I listened to it at Castletown, we played it to everybody we met. We invited people to come in, it was on the loud hailers all the time from the port cabin. When I went to the instant room, which I was there for over a year, the tape was played continually to people phoning up asking them to listen to it.
In Castletown Working Men's Club to this day, the bar is strictly segregated. Women are only permitted in one corner. For men and women here, the Ripper connection sowed suspicion and fear. Police questioned everyone.
Every time you answer a question, it's yes. For example, they said to me, do you travel away? And I said, yes, from time to time. Do you go to Yorkshire? Yes. Do you drive a Ford? Yes. And everything. And by this time you're thinking, hang on, is it me? And of course, with the police all over the village, it was a frightening time for everybody.
When they put a tick on you, what could you have done about it? I couldn't remember where I was after ticking on me. I mean, I was in Bradford as it happened. If they had said, you're the Ripper, how could you prove you're not the Ripper?
It was horrible when you had them knocking at your door and questioning your husband, and you used to be terrified that you could it be him, or you used to suspect everybody.
I mean, if it was supposed to be somebody writing these letters in Castletown, was he in Castletown? Walking about, we can be major frightened to go out on the night.
Only 5,000 people lived in Castletown, but nobody recognized the voice.
You did nothing? Are you sure, Nicole?
The failure came as a great surprise for the dialect expert Stanley Ellis and his Leeds University colleague Jack Windsor Lewis.
We were quite sure that his dialect characteristics and his personal qualities were such that he would be instantly recognised, and therefore he would be fine. We were in no issue, wasn't there? It could be that this member of the family you didn't want to grass on them. But
You've also got to remember that this whole community did not want the murders to be followed. And they couldn't believe that all these murders that were going on in Yorkshire had anything to do with the North East.
George Oldfield, Assistant Chief Constable, taunted personally by the voice, was still sure the taken letters had to have come from the Ripper. He was wrong, with tragic consequences. 150 officers had now spent a full year checking cars in the red light districts. A black Sunbeam Rapier was seen twice in Leeds, once in Manchester, and 36 times in Bradford. The police national computer revealed the name of its registered keeper, Mr. Peter Sutcliffe.
Okay.
In July 1979, Detective Sergeant Andrew Laptree was still a constable. He was sent on a routine assignment to interview the driver.
We were always told that it could be the next door you knock upon, the next phone call you get. So you went to that house with an open mind.
The next door BC Laptree knocked on was number 6 Garden Lane.
No, he doesn't like the stuff.
A man of 33.
He's crazy already.
Seemed an odd couple. He was a lorry driver, she was a teacher. He was very quiet, she was quite vociferous. The thing that struck me more than anything was the uncanny resemblance to the Marilyn Monroe photo victim who survived. There was an uncanny resemblance. I had bad feelings about him. He had too many uncanny links with what we knew. There was a gap in his teeth. His shoe size fitted the suspect's shoe size. Both my colleague and myself when we left the house looked at each other and said, we were happy with this man. There was something sinister about him, something weird. And there's always your own particular irrational gut feeling, if you like, about a person. Well, I submitted a report about my suspicions.
Gary on Red Bull. Me? I tried it once and it gave me blood pressure. You thought my head was going to explode. Never again.
Superintendent Dick Holland.
I don't specifically remember the Laptree report. It passed through me along with many, many others, hundreds of thousands of others, and unfortunately I filed it.
Peter Sutcliffe had the wrong accent and the wrong handwriting.
It's something I will have to live with for the rest of my life. It shouldn't have been filed. I wish I hadn't done it, but you can't turn the clock back. It was one of those things, but I must say that at that time, no one seeing all of the information coordinated into one file. And we're using
Ratcliffe had now been interviewed 5 times. Crucial information about his earlier record lay scattered in different police files. Information DC Laptune did not know.
Things I didn't know about Peter Sutcliffe when we met Tommy's girl was that he had a conviction for going equipped for theft. When I made an inquiry with the records office, all I got was a note saying he had a conviction going equipped for theft. It did not say that the conviction was going equipped for theft with a hammer.
That conviction was in 1969, so the police took this mugshot 6 years before the first murder. In the weeks after DC Laptune put in his report, the killer used his hammer again in Bradford. The Ripper had given up on red light districts. Now he prowled anywhere young women could be found out alone after dark. His 11th victim was a student. She had a night out with friends in a pub close to the university. She walked home 200 yards up the main street.
Yeah, he's hyper anyway.
He killed her, yards from her own back door. Her name was Barbara Leach. She was 20 years old and came from Northamptonshire. He hit her over the head with a hammer and stabbed her 8 times. 11 murders in 4 years. Once again, Detective Superintendent Dick Holland was summoned back from a family holiday.
I came into the office still in my holiday clothes. I came to the scene here to get the picture as early as possible from the discovery of the body.
Smudge!
She'd obviously been attacked, and the body was under the steps in the corner with rubbish and old carpet piled around her. She was slumped in a sitting position.
Smudge?
With her clothing disturbed and blood running down from the head each.
Police faced mounting criticism. For the first time, the Ripper had killed a university student, a clever girl, a middle-class girl. Women took to the streets and protested for 4 years of power.
Smudge! Where's Smudgy?
Anybody mentioned to me, if anybody didn't know I was a police officer, by the time the court was thinking, what do these police think they're doing? I used to jump down into the road, so it was weird.
There you are!
Nasty about it. At the end of the day, the people doing something.
Oh my god! I hope it's long enough.
Overwork and hard drinking had already ruined the health of George Oldfield.
He was a man of few words, and he could be a very hard boy.
Smudgy did that get.
All night, sometimes at 4 or 4:30 in the morning, and expected to be leaving at 9 o'clock the same morning. He would roll in his
It's a guy in the box.
I suppose you can say that in retrospect. He told on his health, and I think eventually killed him.
George Oldfield recovered from his first heart attack, but his time
Fucking things. She got in the box.
One police officer began to have doubts about whether the Sunderland letters and tape really came from the Ripper. David Zackerson was then a detective inspector in the Northumbrian force.
Yeah, no, she hasn't stolen anything.
There was nothing in those letters.
Oh my god. I told you she went in the box.
The unpublished full text of the letters had been circulated confidentially inside the police. Detective Inspector Zackerson examined the wording and found clear similarities with an earlier case, the still unsolved Whitechapel murders. The original Jack the Ripper killed 5 women in the...
Okay, kept waking me up. So you saw her coming out of that box?
What are you doing, you tool? Come here.
You saw her coming out of that box, right?
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? What do you want? You got me? What tree? Better not be like what you was like last night, cat. Come on then.
Well, because you slept all day, that's why.
Wasn't? Yeah, it's a treat. I don't know why I'm giving you a treat. And stay out of my shit. You better not have been stealing fucking cable ties again.
No, she's been stealing freaking cotton buds.
Yeah, I know that. I need to get some more cotton buds.
Don't tell her.
I need to get some fucking rubbing alcohol as well. There's a Propol. Cleaning processes off. Isn't that nice? That's it, all gone. You got the lot. Clean them both along. Crap face. Shit. Yeah, she was pulling pots off the side and all, you know what'll keep screws in and stuff. And she had up with the fucking servo off her remote control car last time, dragging that round the room. Bang, bang, bang. Pulling it by
And
its
she
fucking
nearly
wire.
got ran off with the freaking Wi-Fi.
Yeah, she ran off with the Wi-Fi card, with the aerial. Don't you attack me, you tit. You're a tit. Go and eat your dinner. Go and eat your dinner.
So, no!
What do you want? Biscuits. Right, you've got everything now. You've had treats, you've had
This
meat,
is
you've
why
got
I don't have children.
Hey? You what?
This is why I don't have children.
Fucking hell.
I don't think I need any.
Innocent till proven guilty. She don't give a shit what she does, even if she gets caught with it. She's like, so what? It's mine.
She's like, yeah, and?
Huh?
Sort of attitude.
Got to install some more stuff on your computer. I need Nova Bench on there.
What's that?
It's a benchmarking tool. What I need is for hardware. It tells you if you've got any bottlenecks in your system or anything. There's some more. I've got to upgrade mine as well. I've got to update it. I've got to put new motherboard drivers on it and stuff. Because they're out of date already. Innocent till proven guilty. And she's been proven guilty.
But she don't give a shit.
Huh? You realise that bit goes there?
Yeah, I know.
Well, you connected it together.
I ain't connecting it together yet.
Why?
I was just going round it.
Oh no, that bit doesn't go there.
Exactly, see?
But it could have done.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. Something Nancy would say something about that.
I thought you were working on the church and the roof and the brickwork.
I am. I've got all the bits here.
No, you got sidetracked.
No, I didn't.
I went to look for one of them 4-pin cables. You know what you need for yours?
Mm.
You want £9 each for them.
9?
Yeah, plus postage. They're only £3 from AliExpress. Okay. Yay! Yay! What do you want? Are you tired? You wanna go bed? You wanna go bed? You wanna go back to bed? You want some more dinner? No, you're just confused, aren't you?
Like you do with me.
You know what? I had a really stupid idea before.
Mm.
Instead of, do you know how we put meatball subs and we put them in hot dog rolls instead?
Mm.
That worked, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I fill the hot dog rolls with spaghetti bolognese mix? Obviously without the spaghetti, just the bolognese mix.
Right.
If I thicken it up, yeah?
Mm.
And fill the hot dog rolls with bolognese mix and then grill them with grated cheese on top.
Ain't that,
Like a sloppy Joe.
Mm.
Or a sloppy blow.
Sounds good.
Can't be any worse than steak and kidney pudding in a tortilla wrap.
No.
That was bad. That was really bad.
And rice with the frickin' pesto.
Yeah. That does sound good actually, but yeah, instead of like, you know, I think you just nice thick bolognese poured into hot dog rolls. You ain't going out. No fucking chance.
No.
No. Because number one, you just run off. Need to get you a lead.
I turned my back on 1 minute, 1 second.
I know she's over the fence gone. Snake and what? Steak and kidney.
Steak and kidney.
Steak and kidney puddings. I got a steak and kidney pudding and decided to put it in a tortilla wrap because I thought it was a good idea with mushy peas. It fucking wasn't. It was absolutely the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten. I just thought it'd be a good idea.
I never went through with it.
Steak and kidney pudding wrap.
I played it safe.
Steak and kidney pudding with gravy and mushy peas. Yeah.
The next day, your ass was on fire.
It was yeah, and put it in a giant tortilla wrap, did it? It was fucking horrible.
Note to self, never do that.
Oh, I know. It seemed like a good idea.
At the time.
Yeah, but tortilla wraps are not meant to be stuffed with steak and kidney puddings and mushy peas.
No.
Oh yeah! Yeah, give your belly. Yeah, no. Oh yeah. You want to do your tray? You want to do your toilet, Anna? Do your toilet, I can throw some more electrical waste in with your fucking pissy cat litter. That brickwork's wrong for there. Completely. That's for somewhere else. That brickwork.
No, that's fine.
No, I meant that bit.
Oh.
Excuse me. Excuse me. See, look. That's matching. So there's some more brickwork somewhere. Unless it's stone. It's not that stone, is it? It's too dark. So it's somewhere else. Over the rainbow. Where the fuck is it? It's not the church roof, is it? No. It looks like this. That is that.
I know that is that.
That bit's wrong. That bit goes there. Let me see. Yep. Yep, that bit's right. Nope. Unless it was right. You never know, do you? Eh? Let's try ramming it in. That looks right. Something's not right here. That bit's right. That bit's not right. Something's wrong with them two pieces. Oh, that might be right. It can't be that high up. It doesn't go that high, look. That sounds like a shit rap. It fucking was a shit rap.
Yeah. Shit in a wrap.
Bit not fair.
Oh my good God.
Yeah, what do you want? No, that's wrong. But that's right. Ah, look. Hang on. No, that's wrong. That should come down lower, I think. I think them are all wrong. I don't think they go there.
Well, that does.
Well, yeah, I meant them. Let me guess, they've been forced in.
No. Never forced any of them in.
Move your hand. Yeah, because that line doesn't start till there.
That don't look right.
Well, you need to find more of this then, don't you? It's all going fucking wrong, isn't it? So you put them pieces in here, and the roof doesn't start till there, look.
Alright.
she going in that box for anyway? Well, probably looking for them twist ties. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's cable ties or twist ties, the metal ones with plastic on them.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to call it now. I will be live later on for some games. And I will see you guys later. Lots of love to you all. Take care of yourselves. Bye.